Hi, Cassie.
Hey, how are you?
I am fine. I've got two information sessions today. I've got this one with our team,
Hmm.
but then there is the Association of University Programs of Health Administration, sort of like the Association of Academic Faculty and Staff for Health Administration.
Hmm.
They have a HAMCAS. It's the Consolidated Application Service for all the health administration programs across America that
Yeah,
participate. It's sort of like SOFIS. Well, long story
yeah.
short is that um, we're going to have a special session this afternoon. It's like a nationwide audience to make a. We've got like a 7 or 10 minute pitch later on this afternoon. Uh, I'll have a lot of marketing and promoting
Yeah.
today, and
Yeah.
so we're there.
Mm. I'm hoping
I've
that
got the
email didn't
yeah.
confuse a lot of. I haven't gotten any responses from them once that went out, but I
Oh,
wanted
I
did
didn't
it,
know. I saw it on my phone. I was
yeah.
driving and I looked down. I didn't see who it went to, but it,
Let's see. It
um,
may. Let me double check.
I don't know if you have
No,
a
it
clue
looks
that
like it just went to. Um.
I don't know if it went. I didn't. I saw it for me, and I was thinking, hey, slow down
Yeah.
here. The funny thing is, it
Yeah.
says the 18th in the subject line, but the writing says tomorrow, and
Interesting.
so what I
I
was
wonder. Yeah,
betting
I think it
is
just went to us. I don't think it went out to students.
I was betting that Durga. Um, is that how you say it, Durga or
Yeah.
Durga?
Hmm.
Okay, I bet. And I still got an out of office assistant from Durga. I bet Durga,
He had set that up to send out.
yeah,
Yeah.
like an auto send. It's
Yeah.
just a slight like where the mouse click hit.
Yeah.
It Durga probably meant to send it obviously yesterday
Right.
instead of today, but no big. And so if it's just
Yeah,
for
no
us,
biggie.
no
Yeah,
harm,
I
no
just
foul.
went to I just went to the four people in there, so it did not go out to
Yeah,
participants. So that should be good.
cool. I don't know how many we're having. I saw a snapshot. Maybe we might have three or four.
Yeah, I think it was a small group, but
We
hopefully
had
I'll
a
hit right at that lunch hour for them and they'll show up.
That's cool. We wanted to get. We were going to have more sessions, and Cassie, we matriculated almost 30 or 31 students, and I want to say that about half of them, we were processing their applications at late June and early July.
Yeah.
That a lot of folks just sort of waited to the last minute, and honestly, I think that's where the market is, and
Yeah.
that okay, I think I want to start school now, and then.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we
Uh,
definitely see that shift right before those deadlines. But yeah, we were working with the projections for how many students that we'll be able to get for each program. And Lauren Bay was asking me about this one, and I was like, "Oh yeah, they'll get there." Like it's like they've got realistic goals. They know what they're
we've
doing.
got a good sense.
Yeah.
And I do think we can get more, um, but we'll put our best effort forward. I'm gonna put the slides up, so as folks
All
come
right.
in, they can see it.
Sounds good.
Hi, Cassie, and hi, Dr. Bewley.
Hello.
Hey, Brian. I am good to see you. I know that this is right in the middle of our at the beginning of our session, but if you wanted to come up, this is probably going to be a half-hour session. Um, some time where we can't stay on the line because I think they're recording the
Right.
session.
Yeah, I can run up afterwards. There's a small chance I get called away. I'm supposed to be helping somebody load boxes in a car
It's
for
okay, Brian.
KPHA.
There's nothing hot. I just want to
Cool.
check in. If you have anything for me, I want to be sure that I take care of it. The only
Yeah,
thing
well,
that's
I'll come upstairs and check
yeah,
in
yeah,
with you
just
after this.
I'm Semper Gumby. I have a 1 o'clock
Okay.
meeting, but I have time between when we're done with this and up until 1, and
Okay,
I'm
sounds good,
flexible.
sir.
Semper Gumby, always flexible. All right. Interesting. Cassie, can you hear me?
I can.
in the event that no one comes, should I go ahead and brief and then have an updated recording?
I'd say since we would have the one from last month, I'd say it's probably updated enough that you could let
Okay.
one go.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
I've done that a couple of times over the years where, we've got one. But if we have at least one,
Yeah.
obviously, I'm
Yeah,
happy. It's okay. But there was at least once or twice I just went ahead and recorded it. I wasn't sure how, like if folks that are, if you're invited to a meeting that you can always log on and go to the chat and see the recording. And so I wasn't sure how,
Yeah.
or whether or not you guys
Yeah,
downloaded it and then pushed it out
it gets
to the folks.
manually pushed out to
Cool.
to the participants. So maybe just if you do that, just send Durga a message to say just use the one from last month.
Gotcha. Yeah, I did tweak a couple of things, put a little bit more, a few graphics at the end to like highlight U of L, and we're gonna have as a new option for students that have no experience in healthcare. They can still matriculate to the program, but they have
Right.
to have a practicum, and so that's a little bit of a. I think we alluded to it in the last one, but
Right, yeah.
I put the content in there because it'll be printed in the catalog soon to be official.
Exciting.
All right, yeah. So, all right, one more minute. We'll see who comes on. Even if at noon, we'll give it 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes if necessary to see who logs on.
All right.
Thank you, ma'am. Hey guys, just for your information, I just uploaded the latest slide set that has ever so incremental tweaks to it. Just we're we're online, and I'll just add that.
Awesome. That sounds good.
All right, I'm going to give it till 12:05. You think that's a good call in your experience, Cassie? Or
Yeah, sounds good to me.
okay.
Can you hear me?
Hello. Hello. Well, welcome.
Thank you.
Hey, it's 12:05. We were. I'm going to close this for a second. Um, we were waiting for folks to log on, and you are here with us now. You're the first person, and so we were giving it 5 minutes, and so we are here now. Let me just say this: welcome. I'm Lee Bewley. I have a slide set. We'll go through the presentation. The nature of our presentation is that we have over the years there's been questions that folks have, and there's specific points of interest, so we try to address all of those questions in our brief presentation. But then we'll sum it up, and we have a Q&A session for any questions you have.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Well, welcome. Well, without further ado, let me bring the slide set back up.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Can you see the slide set?
Yes.
Outstanding. All right, so shall we begin? I'm Lee Bewley. I'm the program director of our Master's in Science Health Administration program here at the University of Louisville. Quick background on me. I am a native Kentuckian. I grew up on my family farm in Hardin County, Kentucky. I spent a career in the Army Medical Department after I graduated from military school. I was a combat health support officer, and then I was a health administrator for a number of years. And then in my final years in the Army, I was a faculty member and a program director of a program to serve Army, Navy, Air Force, Coast Guard, VA, healthcare leaders to be able to serve as commanders and administrators of federal healthcare facilities. And so when I retired from the military, I was able to come home and join the faculty of the University of Louisville and be a part of this graduate program in health administration. So it's a great point of pride for me is to serve my teammates in the community and serve folks across the country. I'm very active in the American College of Healthcare Executives. I'm currently the regent for the state of Kentucky. I maintain that connection, one, to ensure that our program is relevant and current for current and future opportunities and challenges in the healthcare system, but also to provide a basis of networking and access to resources for our students during the program and beyond. And so we have a few presentation points that we'll go through and then open up for Q&A. Look, why healthcare administration? Why health management? When we look across our whole country, we invest nearly a fifth of our economy to healthcare, and just about all of the rest of it is connected in some way to healthcare. And despite investing trillions into healthcare, in which there's some really state-of-the-art, technologies and some almost near miraculous things that we're able to do in healthcare, we could be more efficient and we could be more effective and serve more of our team And so when you examine the concepts of efficiency and effectiveness, whose role that is that's the role of administration and management, to find more efficient and effective ways to use the resources to greater effect. And so we see that as a prime basis and a competency of the people that graduate from our program, is to be able to serve their communities, serve their organizations, and be able to effectively and efficiently use resources and lead people. The career outlook for health administration is great. The median healthcare manager, as of 2004-2025 data, earns about $118,000. The growth rate of roles in health administration and health management is 29%, which is higher than the average growth of most most professions of leadership, management, and administration. And when we look forward, what we see is that the successful health administration leader of organizations across the spectrum will be able to focus on population health. And that is to ensure that, of course, every single patient, every individual that we have that we serve is able to be served in an efficient and effective way. However, we also want to make sure that those individuals meet organizational goals. Just looking at my slide set here. The other element of how do we get there? How do we use resources efficiently and effectively? You have to understand the new financial models. In the olden days, and to some part still today, most of healthcare is on a reimbursement basis. Care is provided, and then some third party, either an insurance company or third party administrator or the federal government, reimburses for care. But new financial models are putting buckets of money and resources and contracts with healthcare providers to provide care, and shifting the risk, financial risk, across patients, across providers, and of course the payers. We need to understand those financial models, match them with our data, the information systems we have that track the utilization of healthcare resources, but also the health and health actions of our patients, our beneficiaries. And of course, we're going to need to incorporate information technology such as artificial intelligence and those algorithms in our processes. And the bottom line is the competent, successful healthcare leader must lead. You should lead within your own organization. You should be a good teammate. You should be a good leader among your peers, of course, and among the folks that you're responsible for. But you should also be able to lead outside your organization. That is, stakeholders in your community, is to bring a sense of purpose, both internal and external to an organization, to move to higher levels of population health. And so those are the elements that we incorporate within our program design. Look, I'm not going to go through all the different roles, but the role of management historically has been planning, organizing, leading, and controlling. And so that art of management in healthcare organizations that across a number of different industries and sub-industries and organizations is very much a component of what we aim to develop in our program and in our courses. And the roles, look, it depends on where you start. You could start off at the operational level. As an alumnus of our program, you could be a manager, coordinator, analyst, or specialist, or work your way up to being a director or vice president, or you may even find yourself in one of the senior leadership roles, or an entrepreneur, an owner or partner of a health organization served by the development of the courses and in our curriculum. Look, why Louisville and why healthcare and healthcare management? We see that our university, our community, is a nexus of healthcare across the country. The number of corporate headquarters that are based here, number of very successful academic and public and private health systems that are based here in the Louisville area. We draw our students, we have our faculty, the folks that conduct research and practice here in the Louisville metropolitan area, provide a great knowledge base that spans urban care, suburban, and then of course not too far away we have rural care. And so those different modalities and different places of care provide a great place to learn and a great place to draw examples and learning opportunities in terms of case analysis. It also provides a basis for those folks that want to come to Louisville or are currently in the Louisville metropolitan area to work. And in that case, we have our alumni that work across the spectrum within our region, within our metropolitan area, and across the country, and in fact, the world, particularly in federal service. One of our recent alumni is a physician assistant that works for the National Oceanic Authority, NOAA, and he works as a PA in Antarctica. And so when we would have meetings with him, he would talk to us tomorrow today. So when we talked to him today, he was on the other side of the international date line. But across the country and across the world, you'll see MSHA Cardinals. And of course, there is a large concentration here in the metropolitan Louisville area. And we're always looking to grow our teammates and to provide our students the opportunity to grow and develop where they're at, or to be able to move to new opportunities across the healthcare system. Look, our bottom line is that we're aiming to build leaders, folks that work in healthcare organizations that can move people beyond just simple compliance to commitment, to be committed to a greater ideal, whether or not that ideal or that mission or vision is focused on higher levels of profits, greater number of patients and beneficiaries served, or higher levels of population health. And we do so with honor, integrity, and professionalism. We model that within our courses. We expect it of our students. We expect it to be modeled by our faculty and our staff, is that we want folks who can serve teams, communities competently. And how do we build those competencies? We do so. We're fully accredited by the Commission on Accreditation of Healthcare Management Education. Our school is accredited by the Council on Public Health. And so among the 158 accredited healthcare management programs in the country, we're currently ranked 46, which is pretty good. We always aim to be better. And so the way that we become better is that our students and our alumni serve as our credentials, and of course recruiting to get great students into our program and to serve them so that they go out and do great things in the community. Our faculty are very well regarded in terms of being doctorally trained and then research, but often we have board certified healthcare executives with doctoral training that go out and to publish and to provide service in the healthcare management community. And so we aim to develop, with the work of our students, our alumni, our faculty and staff, a highly regarded program for our community. That development starts with our curriculum. Every course, we have 43 credit hours in our current Master's in Science Health Administration curriculum. Every course is a required course. There are no electives in our curriculum. Every course is directly tied to a set of competencies that are based on the National Center for Healthcare Leadership Competency Model. That model was established by the industry of healthcare systems, healthcare organizations, and accredited programs in healthcare management across the country to ensure that each key competency developing a 21st century leader is addressed both in development and evaluation. So as you engage our courses in our program, every course will have an element development and then evaluation. Of course, you're going to get grades. You'll have A's and A pluses and A minuses and B pluses, but you're also assessed on your competencies and given feedback. And that feedback is intended to guide your development through the program and beyond out into your career so that you can have that successful application of those competencies and higher levels of responsibility and authority. We have 8-week terms in the MSHA program. We've developed these courses so that working professionals have a chance to focus on 1 or 2 or 3 courses at a time, depending on their availability. Either it could be their funding or their goals of graduating in about 1 to 2 years or 2 to 3 to 4 years. There are part-time and full-time opportunities. All students that start the program begin in the fall and fall 1. And so you see 3 courses in fall 1, 3 in fall 2, 3 in spring 1, 3 in spring 2, and 3 in summer. Those are the courses that are offered. Generally speaking, most students take 1 or 2 courses each of the 8-week terms. Occasionally, students will take 3 courses. For those students that want to graduate in the most expedited pathway possible, a student can start the program in August, and with demonstrated performance 3.5 or higher in their first semester, that is to say fall 1 and fall 2, the traditional fall semester, they can petition and request the opportunity to take 3 courses at a time. In that case, they can complete 3 courses in spring 1, spring 2, 2 in the summer, and then take the remaining courses and graduate in the subsequent fall. Most students take 1 or 2 courses at a time and graduate in 2 years, and a few folks complete the program on a more part-time basis in 3 or 4. All right. We also offer 3 graduate certificate programs: the Healthcare Management Graduate Certificate, Healthcare Financial Management, and Healthcare Quality and Project Management. What you'll see here is that each of those 3 graduate certificates consist of 4 3-credit-hour courses. If a student chooses to follow a Healthcare Management Certificate program, they can graduate from that program, and every course that they earn in A or B can be applied to credits to the MSHA. However, that requires a separate application. For those students that are MSHA from the beginning, that's all you need. It doesn't, the nature of the relationship between the graduate certificates and the MSHA program is that if you start with the MSHA, that's all you need. Finish the MSHA, you have a CAHME accredited MSHA, you don't need any graduate certificates because you will have completed all the courses. On the other hand, if a student wanted to have ad hoc, like I'm taking a job in healthcare, I'm going to be a budget officer, or I'm going to be working in health insurance, I'd like to take that healthcare financial management, you could take that graduate certificate ad hoc, meaning what you need right now in your career, finish it, and then those 4 courses that you've completed, if you say, you know what, I'd like to go beyond the certificate, I'd like to finish the whole degree, apply for the degree, and then you could transfer those credits in. And so happy to answer any questions in that when we get to the Q&A session, but there's 2 pathways that students could generally take. And the first is, of course, apply to the MSHA. The second could be that you apply to one of those graduate certificates. And then an extension of the second pathway is that after completing a graduate certificate, you could apply to the full MSHA program and then transfer those credits. All right, a couple of program highlights, and then we're going to get to the Q&A session. Our program is very strongly tied to the American College of Healthcare Executives. It is the professional organization of health leadership and health management across the country. Years ago, it used to be the American College of Hospital Administration, but the modern version, the past 25, 35 years, focused on healthcare across the full spectrum of hospitals, health systems, group practices, health insurance, medical logistics, medical entrepreneurship. Wherever you have health organizations that have leadership and management responsibilities, you'll find American College of Healthcare Executives members. ACHE provides a basis for continuing education development. Look, when you earn this master's degree or these graduate credits, you need to maintain that knowledge and development. And so attending the annual or every other year, you could attend continuing education credits provided by ACHE provides that continuing education development. But of course, the second and third elements is that one, beyond the education credits and maintaining your knowledge set, there's networking opportunities, to get best practices from your colleagues across the country, to be able to share your own experiences and to market and promote, ideas and thoughts. There's also that networking opportunity. It allows you as a leader or manager to potentially recruit new members to your team, or you yourself might be interested in transitioning from one organization to the other. And then the final element of benefit of ACHE, American College of Healthcare Executives membership, a professional organization, is that you can be credentialed. Is that by completing your master's degree, having the educational credits, and sitting for a Board of Governors exam, you can become a board certified healthcare executive as a fellow in the American College of Healthcare Executives, which marks you as a board certification, but also sends a signal to the marketplace for your continued development and advancement as a healthcare leader. A couple other key elements here. Our students are very active in case study and graduate essay competitions with ACHE and case study competitions across the country. It's a volunteer, it's extramural, but when students have opportunities to compete in these competitions, if you win, show or place, come in first, second, or third, and a couple of the case study competitions have a fourth and fifth, you get to keep the prize money as scholarship money. If there's any travel involved, if you go to, for instance, the UAB case study competition or the National Association of Health Service Executives case study competition, if you represent the program will cover the travel expenses and registration fees. And so we do that. We see that as developmental opportunities for our students, an opportunity to showcase our students out on a national stage. Remember, I told you about the rankings. Our students are our best credentials, and when you do well, we advance. But the other element, it gives us an opportunity to receive and get feedback. When our students do well on these case study competitions, or it provides affirmation of our learning processes, but if we see things in these case study competitions that we need to focus or address more deeply, we incorporate that into our curriculum as well. As a CAHME accredited program, there are a number of postgraduate administrative fellowships that are available in hospitals and health systems across the country and in our region. Those hospitals and health systems, by and large, expect to have CAHME accredited graduates that they will take as applications. And so those postgraduate opportunities for 1 or 2 years of development, employed full time, and serve as a basis to be able to transition into develop a post-developmental job at that particular hospital or health system is a great opportunity to jumpstart a healthcare executive career. It's not essential, but it's a very valuable pathway. And every year for the past 5 or 6 years, there have been MSHA Cardinals selected for these competitive administrative fellowships. Look, our faculty are doctorally educated. They're practitioners. We have board certified healthcare executives on our faculty. We have executive in residence, a former director of population health of the Kentucky One Health System here in Kentucky, the former medical director of one of the major hospital or healthcare organizations here in Louisville. Program is accredited by CAHME, and we're very strongly longstanding members of the Association University of Programs Health Administration. We have the 8-week terms. We have 8-week terms, fall 1, fall 2, spring 1, spring 2, and summer, so that working professionals can focus on 1 or 2 or 3 as necessary or as desired classes at a time, rather than trying to juggle 3 or 4 classes that you would normally have in a full semester type schedule. And that flexibility of 0 to 3 is that if you have a particular 8-week term that you can't or you don't want to take any classes, if you're a military service member, you're going to be deployed or out training, if you have family, social, professional obligations and you need to take a semester or a term off, you can. Or on the other hand, we call it, you can tap on the brakes or mash on the gas as needed. You can bump up your enrollments to 2 or 3 as necessary in order to meet your life and your work responsibilities and your goals. All right. Quick, we're going to get to the Q&A session now. I'm the program director. There's my contact information. Deepti is our student recruiter, and Jennifer McLean. On the call is Mr. Brian Mathis, our program coordinator. As long as your application is in by July 1st, we conduct a lot of interviews in those first week or 2 of July. So if you are interested in the program, you have now through effectively the first week of July to get your applications in. We process applications as we receive them. Is that once the application is complete, Mr. Mathis will schedule an interview, and the interview is all about fit. We want to make sure that what we're offering in our graduate program fits what you're looking for. The students that start our program have a good view of what they're getting into and what their expectations are after graduation. And by and large, most of our students that start the program finish the program. The worst thing that we could do is have someone that thinks they would like to be in a health administration program, takes a few courses and realizes this isn't my cup of tea. We don't want that at all. We want folks that have a clear view of the way forward, and that interview is all about that. We also want to give folks a chance to ask questions to make sure that what we're offering is matching what you're looking for. And so you have that QR code if you want to scan and send in some information. Of course, you can email directly, which takes me to our last slide. I added this in. We have some pictures. Recently, we took a group of students down to the American College of Healthcare Executives annual Congress. This year, it's held in Houston, Texas. 7,000 healthcare executives, students from across the country, sharing ideas, networking, continuing education. Across this country, we have Cardinals and alumni that share the Cardinal spirit. We're building our community of MSHA alumni, and recently one of our alumni was featured. They're sitting there at the Churchill Downs, is a rising healthcare leader in the Louisville area, and we're going to have a new academic building that's built down in the LouMed, the downtown medical center area, that will be our home coming up here in a couple of years. And so that closes out my session. I'm going to take the slide set down and go to direct, and happy to answer any questions you may have.
Can you please go back to the inquiry form, please? Oh,
Yes,
it's too
ma'am, I
late.
will. Oh, it's
Okay.
okay.
Thank you.
I will go back there. Boom.
Because I grabbed my phone at the last minute.
No problem, no problem. Let me, I'll scroll back there. And how
Thank
about
you.
now? You're
I see
welcome.
it. Okay.
You good?
Yep. Thank you.
All right, outstanding. All right, what questions do you have, or how can I be of help or assistance? Anyway.
Okay. I have 3 questions.
Yes, ma'am.
So the first question I have is, do you all still require transcripts from school students withdrew from?
Brian, what's the answer to that? If a student started a program and didn't finish it, is it a requirement that they share all transcripts, or just the transcripts that they want, that they've completed a program and they have a bachelor's degree, for instance, or a master's?
I think he stepped away. I think he said he was going to step away.
As a faculty member, what I'm most interested and focused on is the degree you completed. Or another way of saying it, here's a more specific way. Any transcript, let's say you have a bachelor's degree, but you went to like 3 different undergraduate programs. There's the one that you graduated, there's one that you transferred some credits that contributed to your degree, but there's another one that had nothing to do with your degree. I think that if you attended a higher education institution, I'm just going to make this up. Let's just say you went to Harvard for like 1 semester and you took classes until October and said, Boston is not for me. And you just dropped out. But then you came home and you went to Jefferson County Public Schools, JCTC. You went to junior college and you finished like 18 credit hours and you said, look, I like this. I'm going to transfer all my credits to U of L, and you graduated from University of Louisville undergrad. So you went to 3 schools. You went to Harvard to like October. You're tired of Boston. You dropped out. And then you went to Jefferson Community Technical College. You knocked out 18 hours of undergrad credits, and then you transferred to U of L and finished your degree. What I'm interested in as a program director is the U of L degree and then that JCTC credits that came into the University of Louisville degree. It's not important to me that you went to Harvard for like 2 months and then you're like, nah, it's not for me, and just withdrew from courses.
Okay. The reason why
that's the straight truth. I as a professor and I sit on the admissions committee, I think that that's what I'm interested in.
Gotcha. The reason why I asked that is because I grabbed my bachelor's degree and then I pursued a master's of science degree twice at 2 different schools. So
was any of them U of L?
No.
And here's the why I asked that question is that if you had just, for instance, if you were applying to our program, University of Louisville MSHA, but you went to law school at U of L, which is part of the graduate program, and let's say you didn't do well. Well, I'm gonna put it another way. Everything that you did in graduate education at U of L is going to count for you or against you in terms of your GPA. In order for you to be able to graduate from U of L's program, you have to have a 3.0 or higher. And so I'm just telling you, in years past, not sharing anybody's personal business, but if someone had attended a U of L graduate program and had a GPA lower than 3.0, it counts against them, and they would have to get a really high GPA in our program to overcome that. But if you started a graduate program at a school other than U of L that you didn't finish, sending us it would be your discretion of whether or not you want that to be included for consideration. Let me say this, if you wanted to transfer credits, like if you went to another, let's say, I'm just making this up. Let's say you went to Harvard's MHA program and you took a health economics course and you got an A or B in it, and you wanted to transfer your Harvard health economics to our program, we need to know. But if you're not looking to transfer credits, you put your best foot forward, and we definitely need to have the transcript of the degree that you earned and any credits that contributed to that degree.
Right. Okay. Gotcha. That makes sense. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. And then letters of recommendation, they can be from anyone, right?
Absolutely. We just want to know about you, your personal, professional background. We're really looking for fit. We want to see that, one, is this the type of program, leadership, management, health administration, healthcare, is well suited to you, and that you have the potential to complete the program. That's what we're really looking for.
Gotcha. Okay. And my final question is, okay, so I'm currently at work right now.
Yes, ma'am.
And I work in life science. Does that qualify as qualifying experience?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
If you're an employee at a health-related or health-adjacent organization, that counts as the time. All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome, ma'am. All right. Any additional questions? All right.
Okay.
Let me say.
I'm sorry. I do have one more.
Yes,
okay.
ma'am.
So for the certificates you were talking about. So if I just happen to just do the healthcare management, that's the degree and a certificate?
So 2 things. If you start off with the degree
Mm-hmm.
and you finish the degree, you don't get the certificates.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But if you start off with a certificate or a couple of certificates and you finish them, or maybe you don't finish them, but you
Mm-hmm.
do well in the classes and then you decide you want the degree, those credits will transfer.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay. Well, I'm good
But
with
here's
the
the thing.
with
Here's
the
the thing. Just
degree.
as a healthcare executive, if you finish the MSHA, you don't need those certificates. I mean, honestly, you've got the degree. But if you start off with the certificate and you get one, that's cool. And then you get the
Right.
degree. You've got two. We see you. We see it, but you don't need certificates if you have an MSHA.
Gotcha. Okay.
All
Thank
right.
you so much, Mr. Bewley.
You're welcome, ma'am. All right. Any additional questions?
I
Yes.
have one.
You have two mics on, sir.
Oh, okay.
Not you. I'm talking about the man that had the question.
Oh, okay.
Hold on just a second, please.
I'm trying to close the other mic.
Right. My name is Amadou Cham.
Oh, Amadou. Hello.
Good, thanks. I graduated from Louisville in public health. And now I want to change to healthcare. And I think I wanted to start this last year. Let me cut you short.
I think I think we may have met before, but yes, it's okay. As long as we're on this planet Earth, there's still an opportunity for what's next. And so that's the exciting part of life.
All right. I just came about 2 weeks ago. I was like, no, I need to go to school. I want to change and go back to school. I mean, going old now.
Yes, sir.
But candidly speaking, I am really interested in this program. And I was just wondering if, of course, yes, in any situation, there are ups and downs, undulations,
Yes, sir.
obstacles. Transitioning or changing from public health to healthcare.
So what I see is that public health and healthcare are positively intertwined. Look, we
Right.
can't have effective healthcare if we don't have a basis of good public health. It starts at that element, is that the choices we make in terms of our health individually and collectively contribute to the greater public health, which also drives either the type of or the amount of demand for healthcare. And so I think that the individual that has experience and understanding of public health has a great basis to be a healthcare manager or leader, because they understand the demand, the societal or the environmental factors that either contribute to either, again, how much or what type of healthcare is needed. And if you have a good sense of like how much and what type of healthcare needed based on a public health perspective, it allows you to more efficiently and effectively use resources to serve people and communities with effective population health.
Thank you.
So we're here and ready to. We want to look. We know and expect that when we have students that join our program, nobody comes in as a blank slate. We know you know things. We count on it, and that's the beautiful thing about a great graduate program is you take what you bring to the table and you share and you cross-pollinate ideas and perspectives in order to build yourself, but also build with a group of colleagues and a cohort, a body of knowledge that you can go out into the community. You also, by doing those things together and building upon what you know, you build a case of knowledge, but you also serve as a resource for your colleagues within the program and beyond in alumni status as a working professional, a member of a community of healthcare and public health.
Thank you, Doctor.
You are welcome. No, I'm happy to help.
Thank you.
Let me say this. If I'm going, I know we might be a little bit over our time, but I'll say this. If you need to email me directly, lee.bewley@louisville.edu, I'm happy to answer any questions in the future, provide any assistance or support or any clarification you need to the application process.
Thank you so much.
All right. Well, barring any additional questions, and I'll put it out there, I'm going to close this session. Look, it's great to spend time. I like to meet folks. They're interested to answer questions. And I really like to have, a growing group of candidates, folks that join our program, to build this community of MSHA Cardinals for leaders to serve our communities and be able to have a great and prosperous career, but also to make it for a better community in a better way. And so if there's anything that I can do to help, you join the team or to provide any assistance, please don't hesitate to contact me. But I'll close out this session. I wish you all the best. I think maybe we're letting go of winter, and I hope we get it into a beautiful, glorious spring. All right.
Thank
Y'all
you.
take care.
You
Okay.
too. Have a good one.
You too.